Welcome to the Your Opinion Doesn't Matter podcast. I am the host, Mr. Lamont. I'm here with a special guest, a friend for over. If I say that, how many years?
Okay.
They don't know our age.
I moisturize well, so you could say it over 30 years.
Over 30
Past
years.
30 years, right? Yeah, over 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Introduce yourself and let the viewers know.
What's up, everybody? My name is Chaniqua, and from the hood, East Flatbush, born and raised all day. Went to Tilden, Wingate, and was raised with my friend over here, Lamont, him and his brother, and hip hop all day. Let's talk about it.
Yes. So I had a guest on, our friend Steve.
Yeah.
Prince and
friend Steve. Yes.
And we was talking about hip hop, right?
Yes.
Being that guys in our stories with hip hop, and I was like, what would be a unique perspective?
Absolutely.
And knowing that she was there.
I was there
during the time about hip hop and us.
I know all of the dirty secrets.
Running around when we was 13, 14.
Yes. Oh my God.
House parties.
I got plenty of ass whoopings. Hanging out with y'all.
Yep.
Yes, definitely.
So, how was hip hop for you on your come up?
So hip hop for me coming up was that, the culture of hip hop is that just coming together as a family. Mm-hmm. So no matter what was going on at home, you knew you had a family within a family, okay? Mm-hmm. And hip hop was, the genre that brought us together, as family, to the point where we're still good friends, 30, 40 years later. Mm-hmm. We now have children, we have businesses, we have careers, but once again, hip hop has brought us together because we can always talk about the memories of everything. And I think that's where I developed me wanting to sing and wanting to do, songwriting through hip hop. And it was through, hanging out with you guys, watching you guys DJ and watching all of, the now our famous friends, come up, when they were Muslim, hint.
Right.
I remember the Muslim names, and just to see everyone, doing well and successful, like that's what's up, So hip hop for me is family.
It's family, right?
Family.
Right. I was going to ask you name, if you had one word to describe hip hop.
Family.
That's what's up. You remember certain events or certain clubs or situations that you just remember?
Yes.
My house parties. I know you remember.
Oh my God. So your card games and your house parties were the best. Mm-hmm. Your mom and pops was always dope.
Right.
They were the best. The good food, the card games, the little petty arguments, the fights, and just having a great time. I remember that just everyone coming through and just having a great time. And Dane on the ones and twos, Rodney, aka DJ Dice, Brooklyn Dice, on the ones and twos, and Buster coming through, aka Trevor, a Spliff Star coming through, it's crazy, but just everyone coming through and just having a good time, watching y'all beat people up.
Not me.
I watched y'all kick someone out your house.
I mean, that's different. Kicking somebody out the house is...
No. The way y'all kicked this dude out the house, it was like a group of y'all, like roaches on a crumb.
I was there, it wasn't me.
Y'all whooped ass and then went back upstairs and started partying again. So that's what I remember. I also remember, what is that club? It was down on Flatbush Ave. Flatbush and Church.
Back then, Biltmore Ballroom.
I remember the Biltmore where we hung out there. Y'all played there a few times. Mm-hmm. DJing. Also with the story that I was telling you earlier when, DJ Scratchator, shout out to him.
He got into a little situation.
And yeah, you know, out in Coney Island, and shout out to the boys in Coney Island. We the boys.
Them Coney Island boys.
The Coney Island boys were not playing that night with us, but thank God, you know, we managed to get out of that, you know, over that circumstance, and you know, everyone came out in one piece, and hey, you know, everyone's here to talk about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I remember close calls with these guys. I remember a time that we was going to a club. I don't know. I think it's not even a club. It's a skating ring. Skating ring, not in Brooklyn.
Empire?
Not in Brooklyn. It was like it was far. They said
in Long Island.
I don't even know.
In Long Island?
I don't even know. I know they said, because me and friends, he was like, yo, y'all stay in the car.
Right.
They went in real quick.
Right.
For some reason, and they came right back out. Like 30 minutes.
Oh, man. Yes, so there were plenty of those stories.
We was part of that good time.
Good times.
The close call times.
What about the one club that was on Utica and Eastern Parkway? It was over a storefront.
Utica and Eastern Parkway.
Yes, and they had like these long steps.
Steps to get in, right?
Yes.
Right. I forgot the name of that spot.
Okay.
I forgot the name of that spot.
So I remember that y'all DJ'd there.
Mm-hmm.
Dane, Rodney, Scratch, Herb. It was about 4 or 5 of them that DJ'd that night. And I just remember that I had never seen a shootout the way I did that night. I never forget it. And I remember them tall speakers. Remember them tall speakers that Dane had?
Speakers, yeah.
Yes, the block party speakers. And those tall speakers, I just remember us hiding behind those speakers. And you still saw Dice.
Still playing?
You still saw Dice scratching it up. And you could hear pop, 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 just gunshots everywhere. So yeah, I remember those times. Like, you know, I mean, come on, that's a part of hip hop as well. So that's a part of the hip hop knuckleheads.
yeah, the dark side of the hip hop.
Yeah, it's the dark side of hip hop. But for the most part, you know, it was nothing but good times, and it's such a blessing to see everyone doing so well for themselves that came through. Because think about it, you know, Albany Ave, you know, y'all birthed some greatness in the industry.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
Birthed some greatness.
So, what do you what's your thoughts on hip hop of today?
Man. So to me, hip hop today is, I don't want to call it garbage, but it's definitely transcended into something that I know our pioneers are not proud of. You think about Eric B., Rakim, P. Rock, CL Smooth. God rest his soul, you know, part of UTFO. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up with them. That was hip hop for me. You know, Roxanne Shante, you know, who else? The hip hop today, okay, mumble music, okay, everyone had beef with the Migos, but I actually respect them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they came out in their own lane, they did their thing, and then now next minute, you know, everybody is mumble rapping. Right. Or if you just come up with a, what is this, a ski? I mean, you know, I mean, I have young adult kids, and you know, that's the kind of music that they, you know, listen to. But I just feel like, where's the essence of hip hop?
There's like no, like, we was connected to hip hop.
We were connected to it, right?
There's no like heartbeat to it. Like,
exactly.
We grew up in it and we felt it.
We felt it. Like, think about it. You know, leaders of the old school. You know, you have who else? Even Kwame. You know what I'm saying? One of my childhood friends. You know, sang with Kwame. Like, you know, we were proud of it, and I can't say that I'm too much proud of hip hop. And I'm sorry, it's just my opinion. I'm not really that proud of it. Don't get me wrong. Today's hip hop artists, I like some of them, but I just feel like it just took a very dark turn. Especially with all of this initiation, you know, just, you know, they've been talking about Illuminati for years, but now we're talking about, in order for you to get, to even get your name on the rosters, to be presented for an award or something, you got to take it in the ass. Like
you gotta go through that door.
Yeah, you have to go through the black door.
Go through that door.
Okay, look, I'm about to be like Cat Williams right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, Sean?
You gotta go through that door.
Yeah, you have to go through that door, and I'm like Cat Williams. Like he's like, I'm trying to, preserve my butthole.
Yeah.
So it's like hip hop today is just, I'm definitely saddened to see.
Yeah. The hip hop is lost. The essence is gone. It's just like
It's gone.
It's just strictly corporate now. You remember in the beginning?
It's all about numbers. I feel like it's all about numbers. So whereas back then, even when the younger Jay was coming up, it still was about the art of it.
Right. These they can't even. None of them freestyle. None of them could really freestyle.
They can't freestyle.
If you even put a beat on and tell them to go on beat with their own song,
exactly, they can't do it. Definitely can't do it.
It's like they won't even catch the beat right.
But what I find is that I can't remember that show that's on Netflix. Cardi B was one of the judge. T.I. is also a judge on that show. I can't remember what the name of the show is, but what I was proud of is that it's this young lady, she got the black and white hair. I can't remember her name, but when I say she is a beast, there were about 3 or 4 of them on there competing. They were beasts. So it's like the underground hip hop artists, to me, I have more respect and I have more of an excitement to see where they would take their career. Because they're artists.
Right.
They're real hip hop artists. And I've watched them do freestyle. Like on Sway's show. I've watched them do that freestyle.
Yeah.
And they're dope.
And it's and it's like and I bet you they probably, if they could freestyle, they know they know the hip hop history.
They know their hip hop history.
They gotta
exactly.
know.
Like half of these young ones,
they don't know.
They don't know Africa Midmata. They don't know. Half of them don't even know KRS-One, and KRS-One is the dopest lyricist out here.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people
to this day for me. Like he's one of my favorite. And Mos Def, what's his name now?
He's got a little beef for Drake right now. But what you call it? African Bambaataa, he's not gonna go down in history, man.
I know.
He's done so far.
Because he was allegedly.
Yes, we say allegedly.
A little kid toucher.
Yeah.
yeah.
He was the door.
He was the door, from what I hear.
And without people getting the deal, just to be around, just to be around, man.
And that's another thing. Hip hop, we made it that you got bros walking out in skirts. That ain't hip hop.
Yeah, that's not hip hop.
That's not hip hop.
That's
some back in the 1990s village shit. Remember back in when you did, when you wanted to see the weirdos, you went to the village.
That's where they was at.
To each his own. No judgment. To each his own. No judgment. But that's what you saw.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I thought it was just me.
And then now you see them with nail polish.
You got right. They walking around. You got homeboy walking around looking like Mary Poppins, walking behind Rihanna, and she'd have had and he'd have tail. And like, let's take it back to the days when masculinity was masculinity and femininity was femininity. Don't get me wrong. I love a little hardness or whatever with my sisters, but let's take it back to the core of it. Let's take it back to the authenticity of what hip hop really is.
But it's like everything changed as far as like far as you saying like how hard the women are and stuff like that.
Yes.
And then it's being feminine. Being masculine.
Exactly. And then it's like we're promoting like the young lady, Sexy Red. I have no qualms with you, not at all. But it's like, my daughter's 31, my son is 24. And my son mentioned to me, my son was like, but Mom, that's the trend, she's pregnant. So he was like, that's almost like promoting, promiscuity or and also that it's cool to get pregnant and
How old is she?
I don't know how old she is, but how are you? You're not a rapper to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trendsetter thing, and I feel like it's just a setup. It's a setup for our children to think that that's hip hop, and it's not.
And it's going to be hip hop is going to be extinct. So I think it's going to be extinct in probably next 20. It's not going to be called hip hop. It's not. It's going to be. They got to set up different genres
Right.
of music and name
Right.
something. Make this something else.
Right.
And let's bring back hip hop.
Right.
But if we bring back the coolness of how we
Right.
grew up,
Right.
that might not sell.
No, not at all. It definitely wouldn't sell. If they were promoting the hip hop that they're promoting today,
Mm-hmm.
if that was going on back when we were growing up, you already know my brothers would not play that. They would not spin that at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I enjoy when we go to see Red and Meth. I enjoy their performance because that's hip hop. Wu-Tang, that's hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's hip hop to me.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Yeah, like I think about what if Biggie was still alive?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What if Tupac was still alive? Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If there was a lot of music, the music scene would be different.
It would totally be different. And it wouldn't be about, you got to take it in the ass just to get your song spin in the radio.
So question, what's your thoughts on Puffy? His situation and being the fact that, what's her name? What's the girl's name? Cassie, being the fact that, what should be the expectations as a man providing for her, and what should he expect from her to do while she's just dead, reaping all the gifts and everything? What do you think that he demands of her?
So here's my opinion on that.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie was very young. First of all, allegedly, Cassie was with Ryan Leslie first.
Oh, and he took it from her?
Okay. She allegedly, from what I understand, she was first dating him. If I'm wrong, please email us. Okay.
Isn't he one of the whose baby father's that? Ryan Leslie.
I don't know who baby father he is, but
he's a producer, right?
he's an artist. I'm addicted to you. You're my addiction.
Oh, okay.
That's him.
Oh, okay.
When I'm looking in the mirror.
Oh, okay.
You are all I see.
Right.
Could not be no clearer. I was just jamming that song the other day. But yeah, so Ryan Leslie first was with her, allegedly, from what I hear in the blogs. Then Diddy took her from him.
Mm-mm.
Okay? So now she's dating Diddy. Okay? And with Diddy now dating her, from what I understand, they started doing, the F-offs, the freak-offs or the fuck-offs or whatever you call them. And she said in her, disposition that, basically he was making her, sleep with, male prostitutes and, he would, record it and also get off on it. There was a young lady who was a writer for her. I actually saw a video about 3 weeks ago. And she was talking to this newscaster, and she said, I witnessed one of the episodes. And she said they had just came back from a party or whatever, or recording, and Cassie was upstairs and she was downstairs, and she said that she was staying the night that evening. And he walked into the living room and was like, what's wrong with your friend? Tell her she wants some birthday dick. Because it was Cassie's birthday. Okay? And you can look this all up. It was all in the blog. And she said she witnessed the abuse then, with him always trying to force her to do things. So my take on it is that it's okay to be, that woman that, your man splurge on you. But when it gets to the point where it's abuse, any kind of abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, It's never okay. It's never okay. And we're not in their life, so I don't know. Allegedly, with all of the things that's going on with, the way she sued him, why did you pay up so quick if it wasn't true? Did you pay up because you wanted it to go away? Or did you pay up because
more stuff.
You're guilty?
Yeah, I mean, I think that any woman should really think about it, to take money and then take anything that's given, like take anything that's like for people to look at your character as like shaky, and for you to actually accept certain things, and then it's crazy to me.
So you think with him being her man and her taking extravagant gifts and going on these exotic trips and all of that, you think that was a weakness in her character?
I could say weakness, a flaw.
Okay, I need you to elaborate on that.
Because I'm saying it's people see opportunity. I get a new car. I get this. They living better than their friends. They living better than their parents. She was getting big money a month.
I see nothing wrong with that. That was her man.
Yeah, but then now, okay, I get it. But then now, what's he gonna expect from you? What is he gonna expect from you?
So, okay.
Let me say, people. Okay. I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm not saying. I have a daughter. And I'm going to tell her, what's glitters ain't gold. I'm gonna say, listen, don't take my money from a man.
Right. I definitely understand that. I get that. But it sounds like what you're saying is that she compromised her integrity, and so she should have expected him to expect her to do immoral things. Is that what you're saying?
I don't want to. I'm sympathetic to the situation, but a lot of times women, not all, but I don't know. It's a new wave. They want a man. They want a man to take care of them. When they want a man to take care of them, which it sounds good until you put in a position where, listen, a lot of women, they scream out, they want to be taken care of. Right. Now all her good years is behind. Say it's 8 years, she could have went to college, she could have got her master's, but you're there.
Absolutely. So we do have a responsibility as to what we do with those extra with those benefits, okay? Yeah. Because me, just talking about me, my opinion, what I would have done if I'm getting a certain monthly allotment from a man, and he's saying this is what you get, I'm going to come up with I'm going to come up with some businesses, okay? I believe what's the gentleman, the rapper that he went away to prison and he came back. He gave his girl like $2 million, and she flipped that. K.O. I don't remember her name. Gucci Man. Uh-huh. He gave his girl what, $1 million or $2 million, and she flipped it. Mm-hmm. She went and she created her brand, her waist trainers. Right. She was smart. So that's not a man's fault if he's given, a certain amount to his woman every month, as a kept woman, he's giving her that certain amount of money, and then she turns around and go and splurge on Louis Vuitton or, Balenciaga or, Gucci and all of that, and not turn that money and flip it. Okay? Right. It's the mindset. Right. It's the mindset. I could go even further as far as biblical, the way it's supposed to be. The man cursed y'all to the field, not us. Right. Okay, and we got to blame that on Adam and Eve all day. Mm-hmm. Okay, I could take it to the word all day. At the end of the day, that's the way it's supposed to be. The man is the man. Here's God. Here's the man. Right. Here's the wife. Here are the children. Right. And the man, God created the man to be that covering. So of course, you covering me, I am expecting for you to take care of me. Yeah. I am expecting for you to care for me financially, emotionally, protect me. Right. I am expecting that. Right. But okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, listen, again, I'm not saying it's over the top. it's over the top bad to be taking care of women, but then now it's about your expectation.
You have to understand, okay, me as a mental health counselor, you do have to understand that when you're traumatized, it takes time to even work that out. How do we know that she hadn't gone to, once she got from up under that abuse,
Right.
how do we know that she didn't go to therapy? And then she's developed that strength to even like, okay, now I feel safe enough now that I'm from up under him, physically, emotionally, and being controlled. Now I feel confident and safe enough to speak up about the abuse. So it's not about her, oh, why you want to, sit on this for 10, 15 years and now you want to talk about it? It takes time. There's people that are 50, 60, 80, 90 years old who never talked about things that happened. Because think about, in our culture, what our parents used to say, some of our parents, what goes on in this house, stay in this house, right? Okay, so that's a part of our Black culture that some of us still have. And once you're traumatized, it takes time to unravel all of that and build up the confidence, because I'm sure she thought a lot of it was her fault, and it wasn't her fault. Maybe it was her fault that she didn't get out sooner.
Right?
But think about it. Every time she tried to get away from him, like the episodes that she reported, allegedly, that he will whoop her ass and then send her off to another country to go heal up.
Right. So, I mean, the reason I feel how I feel about this is like, look what they did to Bill Cosby. People coming out the woodworks for him like 50 years.
And it was because he was trying to buy that TV station.
Right.
So that was a setup.
So they opened the doors. They now basically they open the door for everybody to come in now.
Right.
So that's my whole thing. It's like I don't want to use that case with Puffy and her, but it's like I'm just like, it's certain things is just not fair.
Yeah.
It's just not fair.
I understand. So where my empathy is towards men is that there are a lot of men out there that have been railroaded by the system just because a woman cried rape and it didn't happen.
Right.
Those are the men that I do have empathy for, and I feel for my men, and us as women that love our men, our black men. I want to protect y'all and cover y'all on that. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some injustice things that happen. You got a lot of black men, a lot of white men in prison right now over things that women stated that wasn't true. But it doesn't mean that the other percentage of women that it didn't happen.
That's a fact.
I do, even though allegedly, I do believe with the trait that he has, with some of the things that he's shown us out in public, I believe most of it. Right.
I just wish that if she came closer and came out sooner, and then and shut him down right then. I'm saying I believe it happened.
She was also very young when she got with him, so think about it.
He took
her mental state isn't even developed. I think a man's mental state, like you guys develop in maturity at age 25, 26?
Yeah, y'all are
okay,
18.
Scientifically, and we're far, far ahead of y'all. However, again, like I said, who are we to say she should have came out right then and there? You don't know how people deal with trauma different ways.
Right. I mean, I would have. Yeah. It's more believable.
I understand.
The sooner you hear it, get on him.
I understand that. But again, he has money and power. He think he's invincible.
And she's thinking about her career.
She was thinking about her career, which ain't much of it.
Right.
But
did she ever go gold? What did she ever do?
I never folled Cassie. All I know is her through,
Now she got
That's the only song I know.
Now she got that money.
Right. She got that 30
She got that retro.
She got
yeah. I'm happy about that though. I'm
happy for her that she got restitution, but at the same time, now you have all of these people coming out on him. And I'm like, who the hell did you piss off? Because now they all coming out the woodworks, and then they talking about, did he kill Kim Porter? Who knows? You know, because they talk about the alleged abuse that, you know, Kim Porter went through with him.
Them doors. Those are the dumb doors.
Right, but how much of it do we allow people, period, to get away with criminal acts just because you have money in the industry? And once again, that's on hip hop's back.
Yeah.
Because he's like one of the greatest pioneers. This is Bad Boy Records. Like, how do you really want your legacy to end?
Do you think the higher ups introduced them to that? And then
absolutely.
And then he carried on tradition. It's a greasy game out there, man. It's a greasy game out there when and then all of a sudden he decides to give everybody they publishing when they ain't worth nothing.
He decided to give it to them because he knew that they were going to start singing.
Mm-hmm. They'll still sing. Oh, but it's NDAs.
You have to sign an NDA and you can't say anything.
So he got him.
I honestly believe that it's going to take some time, but I really do believe that this is the beginning of his downfall. I really do. Yeah. No one thought R. Kelly would be. But R. Kelly knew a lot more. R. Kelly knew a lot more than what he ever exposed.
Right.
R. Kelly wasn't just a part of the foolishness. R. Kelly knew secrets as well.
And you know what I'm looking and I'm listening for? Yeah. Epstein, freaking
listen. List.
I want to know.
So you know the new network is Tubi, right? With the bad acting. With the bad acting and the terrible, porn, the ghetto porn. Right. Okay. So on Tubi, there's actually a documentary. We were actually, me and my girl over here, we were actually watching it. I saw it come up on your TV screen, and I was like, here's another documentary. They even have one on Netflix. That list.
Mm-hmm. That list is powerful.
That list.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot of people on that list, maybe falsely, maybe the truth. But there's going to be a lot of people on that list that's going to shock a lot of people. That's why we cannot be idolizing these mofos. Please don't idolize them.
When do you think it's coming out?
Who knows?
They've been dangling that listing for a minute now.
Do you think it's not coming out? It started, yeah. They named a few names, and Oprah's on it.
She's been doing Homeboy dirty for years.
Oh yeah, Cameron Diaz claimed she wasn't on it though.
Oh no, she's on it. She can't run from it.
I mean.
What's up with Oprah and Stedman? What's really good with him?
So Oprah is a kept. Stedman is a kept man. So okay, we were just talking about Cassie being a kept woman or whatever. What about Stedman? You don't think he get an allowance?
Probably. Probably and proudly.
And proudly, exactly. So why is it that we're being hypocrites about this?
I didn't say anything.
I'm just saying.
Think about it. Like suppose
Cassie getting her bread, and Stedman getting his bread, and he chilling, he living life.
Suppose she throws these wild parties and Stedman, you got to get to it, bro.
How do we know she didn't? How do we know she wasn't right there with him and TD Jakes?
Yeah, but you see the thing is that, you see the thing about it is that we feel sorry for women more than we feel sorry for men.
I understand. I do believe that. I do believe that.
It's like a man call the cops.
Call the cops for being abused by a woman, right? And which that definitely does happen. You're right.
Really buy that. They're not gonna really buy it, but it's like, come on, we gotta sympathize with the women more.
No, that is so true. That is so true. Again, like I stated, men get railroaded by the penal system every time. But think about it. We didn't write this system. The white man did,
And if Stedman's getting a little allowance, it's okay.
Right. It's okay. Right. It's okay. And she goes to Epstein Island and mess with little kids.
Ooh.
Allegedly.
Oh.
She's on the list.
So they're saying anybody who's on that list played with kids?
Everyone that was on that island went on that island for those illicit activities.
You know what I heard?
Mm-hmm.
Epstein had a deal with Disney World, one of their places.
Disney is very wicked.
And what they used to do they used to send kids to his island for scuba diving over the summer.
So think about it. Think about how many children were abused on that island.
They're complicit.
They're all in that pool together. And I'm telling you,
our heroes. This is
the season where God is exposing, pulling covers. Because enough is enough. Enough is enough. And this is the season that I really do believe that covers are going to be pulled. Blankets are going to be pulled off. Look at what's going on. Like the church today is crazy.
Yeah.
You guys, we swagging and surfing in church. We no longer catching the Holy Ghost and doing the dance. We swagging and surfing in church, and he telling you, and then you got the other preacher that's talking about he gonna teach y'all men how to grow marijuana. Like that's what you think of my men, my black men. Like they're not educated enough that they can open up businesses. You're gonna draw them to the church. You're gonna draw them to Christ because they like to smoke weed. So you're gonna teach them how to smoke weed. What? When did hip hop ever become? Did you ever think us growing up in the house parties and hanging out and watching our homies rap and then move on into the industry? Did you ever think that we would be here today with hip hop?
Yeah,
that's crazy to me.
It's tainted.
Very tainted. That's a good word.
It's on another level now, man. Hip hop is like it just.
As Billie Holiday would say, strange fruit. With that type of strange fruit, right?
It didn't even evolve. It just got tentacles and it started.
Right. When she was talking about racism when she, made that song. But yeah.
So I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. But as I was telling Prince, I said we gotta be there. We gotta bring hip hop back, man, and we gotta really,
But how do we bring it back if? To everyone that's in the industry that we know, like this is the norm for them now. You know what I mean? So, what do we do to protect the younger, the underground hip hop artists? J. Cole, I love him. Look how he lives his life. He's the most simplified artist that I see. Like he doesn't care about, like he rides his bike.
Right.
You don't see him being chauffeured around. Not to say that there's anything wrong with having a driver. There's nothing wrong with having a driver, especially if you're in New York. Oh my God, New York and LA. Okay? Right. Try coming to DC as well. But there's nothing wrong with that. But I like that he's simplified and he's a lyricist to me. Lil Wayne is a lyricist to me. But I don't know if I want to see one of my, hip hop heroes, for my son and my daughter to hope, thank God they don't idolize, anyone like that. But, to see him kissing another grown ass man in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's just that.
That's weird.
It's hip hop.
That's weird. Remember how they chased? Remember KRS-One did the PM Dawn?
Yep.
He get off that stage.
That part.
Go that way.
Go that way to the left. Exactly. Like EPMD, that's hip hop for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just the dances. The new dances. The Pee Wee Herman.
Oh my God, Pee Wee Herman. Right? Rock. Yes, the rock. Oh my God. Exactly. Like that's all hip hop for me. To see where it's at today, no.
Shush. And I know hip hop as far as like my house parties.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about when we was in Winthrop.
I remember when we
and then it took me over to high school.
Oh my God.
Because I remember going into Tilden.
Yes.
When I went into Tilden.
Yeah, my old high school.
They somebody said to me, well, they was a year ahead of me.
Yeah.
I didn't know who they was. They said, yo.
Wow.
Yo, you gonna have a party again this summer?
Listen.
And I'm like, this kid, I went in the 10th grade. This guy was in the 11th. He said that. Right. So you was there? He said, yeah, I was there.
So I have a confession to make.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how old I was coming to your house parties?
How old you was?
I was like 13, 14, 15 years old.
When? When we was the same age.
Yes, we were the same age.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So it's like I'm coming to, but I looked much older than what I was. And I was, of course, I was a lot more mature or whatever. But like, yeah, like, you know, half of those parties that we were going to, we were underage.
Yeah, it was definitely.
You know, having fun. But thank God, you know, nothing ever happened to us. You know, we were protected. You know, what was the worst thing that could happen? Smoke some weed.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's a big difference between a 16-year-old
right.
and a 13-year-old.
Right,
it's like they was grown. Like
right,
was like,
exactly. We were grown. Right, exactly. Like, you know, life was challenging, but it wasn't as hard as we see it today. And I feel like our children today have it worse because of social media.
Yeah, social media. Instant access to that. Oh, this is what you had on. This is where you went last night.
Yes. Peer pressure things. You know, you have a percentage of children, you know, even out there, you know, with the bullying and all of that. Like, you know, we got bullied. One of us got bullied, you know. We had a crew showing up the next day, right?
Yeah. That's a fact.
We did plenty of that. We had a crew showing up the next day. Point them out. Who is it? You know, we would, you know, whoop ass, you know, take that ass whooping and keep it moving. But not today. Today, you know, they coming. Yeah, it's like, you know, our millennium kids today. It's like, you know, I got a 40, you know, like, yeah.
It's a lot of the beefs happen without even seeing each other. You know,
right.
Usually back then, you'd have to see person. Right. Oh, this is what we're getting into beef about.
Yeah.
Now,
You got Soldier Boy online, you know, beefing with everybody, you know, calling Krishan Rock and everybody calling her, I don't know, we call her a Nat or something. I didn't even, listen, you know what's crazy? Mm-hmm. Just yesterday I found out that boy was, that he sang the song Bust Down Tatiana.
Oh, Blueface.
Blueface. I didn't even know what he rapped because I was just like, why is he famous? Right. Like, what are you famous for? Mm-hmm. Bust Down Tatiana. I didn't even know that was him. And now you got these two girls fighting with each other, two beautiful young ladies fighting with each other and tattooing one on the face and tattooing on the ass. What? Listen, I ain't.
They in love.
I've been in love with a man, but I ain't been that much in love. Okay, no, that ain't happening.
Not crazy in love.
No. I've been crazy now. I won't tell you no stories, but you know, I'm just saying, I ain't that in love that I'm going to tat on my ass or my face or anywhere on my body a man's name. Mm-hmm. Don't do that, young ladies.
Ladies, don't do that.
No. Brothers don't do that. Okay? Nobody needs to do that, for sure. Yeah. Let's talk about your game.
Okay, all right.
I love talking about sex.
Okay.
And let me tell you, that is the one thing, because I saw that on your game. So I can't wait to play that with on a date or something. Right. Is it a good date game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's with the ultimate icebreaker. Because like when you play, you start to you get into it.
Okay.
You get into it. So now the name of the game is called Your Opinion Doesn't Matter. Right.
Your opinion doesn't matter. So now, but people take things so literally. Right. Like, no, why is it named that? Right.
But this is not to take away from who you are. Right. What are you saying?
Everyone has an opinion. That's what it is. Everyone has an opinion. That there's nothing wrong with having your own opinion. It doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. Mm-hmm. It's your opinion. Yes. It's your stance. It's how you view. It's how you process things that go on in the world. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
That's fine.
If we were all the same, we'd be a boring ass world.
We'll be like crazy.
Right, exactly. So no, I love the game, you know, and again, you know, going back to hip hop, it seemed like it's so sexualized now. Think about it when you saw MC Lyte, even when you had Salt and Pepper performing, they were sexy, but they weren't raunchy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like even with Queen Latifah, it was exciting to have, like, you know, ladies first, you know, she proud, you know, and it's like now everything is so sexualized. Everything is that I gotta be booty popping in the video in order to get a couple of songs, a couple of song spins. Like, when did hip hop became so sexualized where we literally exploit our women?
I mean, when the women feel that this is what they need to do to get that attention.
But again, how much of it is pressure from the industry? I don't believe that it's women that really. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some women that are, don't apologize for their sexuality, or or their sex appeal. Nothing wrong with that. Go ahead, do it. But it's not. There's a classy way to do it, in my opinion.
There's this guy that's interviewing women, girls,
yeah,
girls, and asking them, do you think, the question was, do you think men prefer a BBL or not?
That's a good question. So let me ask you, as the man in the room, do men prefer women with BBL or men prefer women with natural bodies?
Natural. I mean, for me,
right,
it's natural. But a lot of those women said, "Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do."
I don't believe they do. So I just came from ATL, right, for my birthday. Shout out to me. Just I just turned 31. No, I'm sorry. I'm proud to say I just turned 51. January 30th, and I was in ATL celebrating my birthday. And I literally turned to my sister. One of my sisters lived there. And I turned to her and I said, why every time I turn around, I just feel like every woman looks the same? Snatched waist, hips out to here, ass out to here, stomach all, you know what I mean? Like, nothing is natural anymore. They're walking around with the duck lips. Nothing is natural anymore.
Right.
And then you look on these videos with these, female artists. What do you see? Same thing. And I looked at her and I said, LA is no longer the nickname, Silicon Valley.
That's right.
ATL is. ATL all day. So no, I got natural ass. I did get a little tummy tum thing, but natural butt, like all of that, natural. And I've had men ask me, did you get a BBL? What? No. Why? Right. No, not every woman wants to botch their body up like that. But again, pressure from, social media, pressure from, oh, I gotta be a baddie.
Yeah, but you
gotta be a baddie, but you stupid.
But the same pressure from the same pressure for us what they seeing, oh, this is what looks good and stuff. But they also seeing videos of people working out too.
Exactly.
But they don't want to do that.
They don't want to work out. No. Me and my girl were just talking about that. Me and my homegirl was just talking about that. We were like, yeah, we just got to do it the old-fashioned way. You got to work it out. Got to work out,
Right.
But everyone wants everything, what you call it, microwave?
Yeah.
Microwave ready? That's what we want. Relationships, careers, everything. We want microwave ready. And, when you work hard for things, you respect it and you cherish and you value it more.
Right. See, that's like that dollar in a dream.
Yes.
Play that lotto, get lucky.
Absolutely.
Get the people with that BBL. Well, not I.
Well, thank you that the brothers have definitely spoken, and I've definitely been in the dating. I am single, brothers. I'm single.
Nice,
Follow
nice,
me
nice.
at BK Mommy 73.
Nice.
But yes, no. A lot of men, I've gotten that feedback. Like, no, I love a woman with a little fupa. I love a woman with natural body. I love a woman. I don't want a video vixen. I don't want I don't want a Megan Thee Stallion. I don't want all of that. I want an authentic woman.
Jeez.
And they need a man. And today, it's not just about a woman looking cute. She has to have some substance to herself. Do you honor God? Do you love God? Because if you love God, you'll love that man. If he loves God, he'll love that woman well. If he doesn't have God in his life, she doesn't have God in her life, and just a nice body, but no smarts to help that man build his empire, that's the wrong woman. That's the wrong woman. If he doesn't respect, if he doesn't honor him. If he doesn't love himself, he can't love her.
So you think everything is coming through the man above.
Everything comes from Christ. Everything comes from God. Everything comes from God. Us breathing right now comes from the Father. Comes from Him. We have to love and honor and respect Him. I don't care what they're talking about in them videos. You can go and do all them opposite, upside down, little Uzi crosses and all of that. You can go and say you worship Satan all you want. Go ahead. Go with that. You'll never win with him. Gotta go with God. Gotta go with the Lord.
Gotta go.
That's the only way to win. That's the only way to win. You could still do hip hop and love God. You could still do hip hop and honor and worship Christ. You could still do hip hop.
There's actual battle rappers who rhyme, who's into this
fire,
and they don't
even curse.
They don't curse.
See me? God is still working on me. I'm like Cousin Peter. I'll be ready to take a sword and swipe her ear in a minute. But God is working on me. Right. But I love Him. And I know He loves me. Right. And I still love hip hop.
Gotta love hip hop. The game.
Yes.
Your opinion doesn't matter, man. It's first it started off as like a hard body drinking game.
Yes.
Right? And they have topics as social matters.
Yes.
Sports and entertainment.
Yes.
Your favorite sex and lies.
All day.
We have politics.
Yes.
And we have one that's very interesting called For It or Against It.
For it or against it.
And it comes with a die.
It comes with a die?
Yes, for it or against it.
Can I open my game?
Yeah,
Can I open it?
Yeah,
okay, let me open it on camera. Let's do this. Let's open it and see. Okay, so tell me about this die.
Yeah, so the die, right?
Okay.
So now for it, each category has cards for that particular category, for that particular topic. Now the for it or against it die has cards. See, like for example, you're gonna say prostitution.
Okay.
And like I say, it's between me and you.
Right.
So I roll the dice.
Right.
Say I'm for it, and that means you're automatically against it.
Okay.
And you have 30 seconds to make your case.
To make my case.
Yes.
Okay.
And then like the judges will be the people whoever else is playing the game.
Okay.
And then that's pretty much it. The winner,
my God.
The winner
I cannot
wins the
wait.
game.
I cannot wait.
Card. And the loser, usually professional way, they take shots.
And not only, and then you take shots. Okay, not only is this an interesting game, however, you can see the person that you're dating, see how smart or dumb their asses are. I'm just saying. So here are the cards.
Yes.
Very nice packaged. Okay, and here's the dice. I like this. This is nice. Against it, for it.
And the 30-second timer.
In the 30-second timer. I am going to have so much fun. My next date I go on, I'm definitely going to play this with him. Thank you.
Oh, you play that with him. You're going to know.
I'm going to know if he has the smarts to lead me or leave him on the corner.
Yes.
Definitely. Yes, I love it.
In a group.
Thank you so much.
In a group, y'all going to have so much fun.
Yes, in a group. Yeah, right. I can't wait to play this in a group with some friends. This is dope. I love it. And I love it that it's on everything, social matters, sex and lies, politics, sports, entertainment. What about hip hop and entertainment? Where you had ballers back in the day wanting to be rappers. Like what what's his name? Drake said, you got rappers that want to be ballers and you